fought them both. Like, what are the differences between them?
Canelo's strong and he's easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't hit clean. So really, that's the difference. And they both hit hard.
When you say, I want Canelo, is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
It's a big boy, he's strong. It's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you will whoop his ass.
Like, yes man type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo, I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Masvidal.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about now.
The prospect of a fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez has long been a subject of heated debate among boxing enthusiasts. While Canelo has firmly established himself as one of the sport's best, dominating in multiple weight classes, there is a growing belief that Crawford's skill set could prove too much for the Mexican superstar. With his unorthodox style, exceptional footwork, and ability to adapt to any opponent, Crawford has already shown he can dismantle some of the best fighters in the world.
In your opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can't put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion, something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as #1.
Terence Crawford, often referred to as Bud, is widely regarded as one of the best pound-for-pound boxers in the world. His technical prowess, versatility, and ability to adapt to different styles make him a formidable opponent. Crawford has an impressive professional record of 41-0-0, showcasing his dominance in the welterweight division.
Top 5 fighters right now in boxing. That's your top 5 right now in boxing, not your the top 5 in boxing right now. Right now.
Champions or just anybody?
Top 5 right
anybody.
now.
Shakur #1, hands down. Tank, he up there. Canelo, in a way. Tyson Fury.
Canelo Alvarez, on the other hand, is a dominant force in the super middleweight division. With a professional record of 62-2-2, Canelo has proven his ability to excel at higher weight classes. His power, agility, and experience make him a tough opponent for anyone.
Listen, Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time, the power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, he's been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys.
When he fought Canelo, and he was like standing right in front of Canelo, and Canelo's just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight, when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs, and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing and weaving. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Canelo's resume includes victories over some of the best in the sport, and his ability to compete at various weight classes is a testament to his versatility and skill. Canelo's power, particularly in the super middleweight division, is a significant factor in his dominance. His ability to deliver devastating punches and absorb incoming shots makes him a formidable opponent.
I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather at what? Were you 23?
23.
That's so young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him, because if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience. He's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you
think? I think
was?
it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws.
In addition to his power, Canelo's agility and ring intelligence set him apart. His head movement, defensive skills, and ability to counterpunch with precision make him a well-rounded fighter. Canelo's experience against elite-level competition has honed his ability to adapt and strategize in the ring. His recent victory over Edgar Berlanga in the super middleweight division further solidifies his status as a top-tier fighter.
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure. One of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy, and he punched very hard too. So I'll say both of them are like the same, but, you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for his shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm gonna get hit. I know I'm gonna get hit on my chin, but it's, you know, I gotta bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, and look what happened in the third round. I got hit with a left hook. I dropped, we'd be practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin, and I wound up just moving, and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my glove, you know, that's like a thing for me when I, you know, my last time when I got dropped, I was punching my gloves, because I'm like, damn, I got hit with a shot. I'm not supposed to be on the floor. But, you know, it comes to boxing. You know, the greats done got dropped, you know, got hurt. But it's about how you come back and respond.
Of the world, Mexico versus Puerto Rico, Saul Canelo Alvarez versus the chosen one, Edgar Berlanga.
Edgar Berlanga has shared his thoughts on a potential matchup between Canelo and Terence Crawford. Berlanga emphasized the unpredictability of boxing, acknowledging that anything can happen in the ring. He praised Crawford's skill set and ring intelligence, stating that Crawford's abilities allow him to match up against anyone and possibly even outperform his opponents. However, Berlanga noted that the only factor in Canelo's favor is his size and weight advantage, which could play a significant role in the fight.
My good friend, my brother, Terence Crawford, wants to fight Canelo.
Yeah.
Just from your expert opinion, knowing how Canelo fights, what he's like in the ring, I know you haven't been in the ring with Terence, but what do you think of that fight?
I truly believe, you know, that, you know, anything can happen in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that, you know, is his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, Crawford is a legend, bro.
Former world champion Demetrius Andrade believes that while Crawford is an exceptional fighter, Canelo's size and experience at higher weight classes give him the edge. Andrade predicts that Crawford might struggle with the power and agility of Canelo.
So there's talk, too, of like Canelo and Crawford. Like you're mentioning that you feel like David's just too big, too young. Just too much overall. Like, is that kind of the same thing with the Crawford and Canelo because of the weight classes, the weight between them?
Yeah, I believe so. Listen, I love Crawford. He's a good friend. You know, we reach out to each other. We've been travel the world through the amateur program. He see me beat people up. I see him beat people up. He see me get beat up. I got beat up. We both, whatever, everybody.
David Benavidez, another top contender, also shares a similar sentiment. Benavidez lauded Crawford's technique, but doubts his power translates to higher weight classes. He believes that Crawford would need to move up 2 more weight categories to take on Canelo, which could be a significant challenge.
I mean, I can't really say nothing about that. If that's what he wants to do, then that's what he's going to do. Canelo is a man that he does anything he wants to do. I don't think really what people say affects him. But I feel like the people, they want to see David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. It's the biggest fight to make happen, and I feel like I'm the biggest threat to him.
Benavidez believes that to face Canelo, Crawford would need to move up 2 additional weight classes, and he emphasized the importance of respecting weight divisions. Despite Crawford's unique talents, Benavidez gave Canelo the edge in a hypothetical fight, citing the challenges that come with stepping up in weight. Benavidez himself has long been a contender in the 147 pounds division, and while he's considered a potential threat to Canelo, a fight between the two hasn't materialized yet.
You want to fight Canelo Alvarez?
Payday. I'm the face of boxing.
Crawford wanted a payday, but Crawford didn't do good at 54. When I talk to people, they all tell me you would have knocked him out at 68.
Well, he knows now. He experimented 154, and he knows. Maybe he do in 168 for a
big check.
One of the biggest challenges for Crawford would be moving up 2 weight classes to face Canelo. Crawford moved to 154 pounds for his last fight and defeated Israel Madrimov via decision. However, the jump to super middleweight would require him to face even bigger and stronger opponents.
Terence Crawford, I see he wants to fight. He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better, no? Terence Crawford is a great fighter, he's a good fighter, but you know, like I say, he's a weight classes for a reason. I'm focused 100% on Berlanga, and you never know what happened.
Yeah.
Despite the challenges, Crawford's versatility and adaptability could play a crucial role in the fight. His ability to switch stances and use both hands effectively makes him unpredictable and difficult to counter. Crawford's footwork and ring IQ are also top-notch, allowing him to control the pace and distance of the fight.
You had to like Terrence's walk.
Oh, incredible.
It was fire.
Right, yeah, especially being to the fight, no one knew who really was going to win. And you can see the confidence, and I don't think real confidence you can fake.
Canelo's power and experience at higher weight classes cannot be underestimated. His ability to absorb shots and deliver powerful counterpunches makes him a dangerous opponent. Canelo's agility and movement in the ring also add to his arsenal, making him a well-rounded fighter.
Look up the definition of boxing. Please, please, look up the definition of boxing. The martial arts of boxing, and then come back with your opinion. Because boxing is not all about knocking somebody out. Yes, that's part of it. That can happen, but boxing is a sport where you can outpoint somebody too. That's why they go to the scorecard.
I appreciate that take, bro. That's real educated, man, real thoughtful. But you know, you ain't had a decision win in a long time, bro. You know, you known for like being a great finisher. So I appreciate that, but that ain't how you moving though.
Having recently moved up to 154 pounds, Crawford won the WBO interim super welterweight title, but appeared to lack the same power he displayed at 147 pounds.
This for all the nut huggers, the bud nut huggers, the bud butt buddies. You see that? You see that? We see that. You understand me? You see what that say? Jamel Charlo what is the WBA junior middleweight champion in recess? Jamel Charlo is the WBC junior middleweight champion in recess. Nah, man. Virgil Ortiz Jr. is the WBC intern junior middleweight champion. Nah, man. So make it make sense. People gotta make it make sense. Charlo's still a big dog there. Yeah, that's my camera behind me. Charlo's still a big dog there. So a lot of people need to get their facts straight. Understand? Opinions don't matter. It's all facts. No opinions. Sport podcast. And I'm always gonna bring you the real, never the fake. And I'm never late on the news. You hear me? Get at me, man. Dollar.
What's up, everybody? I want to give a big shout out to Snack for always supporting and helping me out with this previous fight. Snack strong, baby.
However, moving up to super middleweight to face Canelo would be a significant leap. The challenges associated with this transition include adjusting to the increased power and physicality of opponents in the higher weight division. While Crawford's technique and skill are exceptional, questions remain about whether his power and durability will translate effectively to super middleweight.
Be great. That'll be 3 times. If you go 154 and win the belt, that's 3 times super. Then I said, chase super greatness. Come on, Canelo. 160.
Well, if he can get in there with Charlo in like his next 2 fights where he still got age on his side, then maybe go up again. Like if he's trying to chase the greatness. But I mean, he already done something that's never been done.
If the fight were to materialize, Crawford's adaptability would be a key factor. His ability to switch stances, adjust his game plan on the fly, and use his speed to outmaneuver opponents could give him an advantage in the early rounds. Crawford's defensive skills and ring IQ would be crucial in avoiding Canelo's powerful punches and setting up his own counters.
I saw the multi-layeredness, if you will, if I'm allowed to use that term, of Terence Crawford that he'd been forced to develop throughout his entire career. And one thing I saw about him, was that he had the ability to adjust and to think to get himself past any styles. He's been forced to do that through a slew of opponents, so we can talk about some of the opponents that helped him develop that style.
If this fight comes to fruition, it could be one of the most thrilling showdowns in recent boxing history. Both fighters are undisputed champions in their respective divisions, showcasing contrasting styles and magnetic personalities that have captivated fans worldwide.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect to Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I've not been against Terence Crawford against nobody else. You got to show me that you can beat it.
While Crawford's technical skills and versatility make him a formidable opponent, the challenge of moving up 2 weight classes and facing Canelo's power and experience cannot be overlooked. Analysts and former champions believe that Canelo holds the edge due to his size and experience at higher weight classes. However, Crawford's adaptability and ring IQ could make for an exciting and competitive fight.
Just a few weeks ago, you heard what Terence Bud Crawford had to say on why he wants to take on Saul Canelo Alvarez.
I just want the opportunity, you know, to fight the best fighter in my generation that's out there. You know, he's the most accomplished fighter, and I would just, you know, just like to, you know, fight another great.
Which is a very noble reason. I mean, it's a reason that I can get behind. If you notice, his primary reason isn't money. He did say it'd be the biggest fight, which, you know, you do want a big fight, but I don't think he meant monetarily, which the money comes, okay? But what he's saying is he want to test himself versus the best. And I think he's telling the truth here, right? Of course you want big money and stuff like that, but I think his swan song is just him testing himself up against the very best. Those are the reasons the war room can get behind.
What are your thoughts on this potential matchup? Do you think Crawford can overcome the challenges and defeat Canelo?